Welcome to Canada's Entrepreneur, where we talk to the entrepreneurs who are making it happen across Canada and deliver the news, trends, knowledge, and opinions from entrepreneurs and business influencers across the country.
Hello, I'm Mario Toneguzzi, Managing Editor of Canada's Entrepreneur, and joining me today is Angela Faye, who is founder and development director of Futurville, which is a 56-acre mixed-use development site in Vulcan, Alberta. And we're going to talk about how unique this is, but thanks, Angela, for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Mario. Look forward to it.
Okay, let's talk first of all a little bit about yourself, and
Okay.
tell me a little bit about yourself, and what's driving you on this specifically about this project.
I think the biggest motivation was during COVID. I joined a business community that was had a lot of influencers in it that talked about health and longevity. And they said that the first person to live to who will live to be 200 was born. And my competitive nature jumped in and said, listen, if somebody has already been born and live to be 200, I want to live to be 147. At the time, that was 100 years from now, because there's a whole lot going on in the world. And I'm excited about what's coming down the pipeline. So what better way to surround yourself or to aspire something that's beyond your comfort zone and is to surround yourself with people who are on the similar quest. So I actually went to my hometown. So Vulcan is my hometown. They finished high school there, went to University of Calgary. So this is my stomping ground. And said, what have you got as far as land that you want to develop? And they had this site that had a pre-approved area structure plan for 300 dwelling units. So that exists. And what we've done is we've partnered up, and what's exciting about now is we've just finalized ownership of the land. So we are in a position where we can, we can sell it as an asset share or you know what, Mario? That just sucks because you were asking me about me and I jumped into the land. I feel like we should totally redo that.
That's fine. Curtis will cut it out.
Okay, we'll just keep going. I'm excited because I'm a personal quest for health and longevity myself, and I would love to live in an environment where other people are doing similar things. So I have been an entrepreneur myself, or run my own business for the last 20 years. And right now I'm doing some fun things. We're selling holograms, and Futurville is really my big dream, to be able to empower other people to be their own developer. Create a village where they can attract people of like mind that are on a similar quest and really become their own economic development engine in a village. So that's where I'm at. And the best opportunity is to build it themselves and show people that it can be done.
Okay, so it's I'm looking at the screen, and it looks like it's that yellow plot of land over your right shoulder.
That's
right?
right.
Okay.
Yes.
So tell us about the concept, and obviously it's quite unique. But what do you anticipate that eventually will go there?
So the twist that we have on any other development is twofold. Is we have bought the land ourselves so that we have the flexibility to either do an asset sale or a share sale, or with the right public or institutional partner, we can long-term lease it. And so that flexibility allows for an awful lot of people to consider this as a viable option. The health and longevity twist is really coming from my knowledge and awareness in wellness real estate. I've been following this trend for the last 5 or 6 years, really since the start of COVID. And it is fastest growing real estate niche. So there is a lot out of it to show that people will pay a premium. So there's a premium both for developers and for renters to offer health wellness services. And that if we build from the get-go the theme around health and wellness, that is a big twist in this development. And then we've added in some partnership incentives. We've got some unique partnerships. I can tell you the detail. We've got it market ready and a development offer, but the town of Vulcan is doing an incentive to do leasehold improvements as well. And the fun part for us is we've actually, we're in the top 100 global teams in the X Prize Health Span Prize. So we're actually aiming to prove that we can add 10 healthy years onto residents' and visitors' lives.
So in the vision, besides what you will see in terms of residences there, like what else would, do you think we'll see there?
Well, so the pre-approved area structure plan is primarily for residential. That's the 300, but it is direct control zoning. And that was intentional on our part. Again, because we have a lot of flexibility in what we put there. Our proposed improvements include a hotel and hospitality side of things. That is primarily because there's already been a hotel feasibility study done in the area, and there's already unmet demand of 58 to 62% based on the existing the status of the community. So we know that by adding extra, what I'll call destination features, this would be, a health and wellness clinic or resort or destination where people can come and get treatments and diagnostics and that they can't get otherwhere else, or will at least have a really good kick at the can of the waiting lists for proactive health services. So, it is literally, we're looking for the resort style village is the essence of what will be there between hospitality, commercial, residential, and then the health and wellness services.
And let me just, before I forget, let me ask you about Vulcan itself. Obviously beyond your connection to that, it's a town, right?
It is a town. It's a town. It's a small town,
I didn't
rural
forget
town.
Town, city, village.
Yeah.
Okay, so the town of Vulcan. Besides that, your connection, what makes this a compelling site, and why is this a nice site for something like this?
I think I have an advantage of having traveled globally. Sometimes, your own hometown, sometimes you don't see all of the amazing amenities and for a small town, the actual town population is only 1,800. It has a catchment of about 4,200 people in the area. But it's a 1 hour easy commute to Calgary, which, has over 1 million people. You're very familiar with Calgary. It's a 1 hour commute to Lethbridge, which is another major urban center, only an hour away. So just being in the middle of these two urban centers makes it an easy commute. Remote workers can be there. If you work in the city, you can live in Vulcan and have an easy commute. The features of the town itself, however, are pretty unique. There is an 18-hole golf course, and our property actually has about 200 meters of golf course frontage, which is that section there.
Yeah.
And there's a brand new outdoor pool. It was one of the first communities in Canada to get, high-speed internet back in the day. So it has always been wired for high connectivity. And the fun play is that we are the Star Trek capital of Canada. So we have been renowned as that destination and have that play on. There's a lot of Star Trek themes that we can build on. So we're building on that theme with living long and prospering.
Mm-hmm. So speaking of which, tell me why wellness real estate is important right now.
So what's in your home? What's in your community? The sense of safety and security and knowing your neighbors, the social element of community where, like I said, your neighbors, you might have multi-family generational knowledge. The kids can safely walk to school. There is a lot of recreation aspects built into the environment. So it's health and wellness by environmental design. And in this day and age, there's such a, there's a rise in chronic illness right now. There's an
Yeah.
aging population. There are, there is a bit of a crisis of housing affordability right now. So if you mix all of those challenges that we're facing into having a dedicated, proactive health and longevity village, we have and I'll describe that as it's health and longevity and laughter and well-being is infectious. So while there's a chronic rise in illnesses, we believe that this is the counter proposal, right? If we can make health and longevity at home easy, that's our goal.
Okay. Why is this a compelling buy, say for investors or just buyers?
And so right now we're in the business to business phase of the development. So we have affordability. This is a construction ready, politically willing development site. The 53 acres is available right now. We have a very assertive timeline of trying to get a detailed development plan ready and approved by April 2026. And we have a development, I'll call it a development team on the ground here that will actually help fast track the approvals on the ground. So for a developer that is frustrated or tired by long timelines and, having to do amendments to zoning, we have all of that covered.
Okay. And so this is much bigger than just a straight land sale, right? It's, what's the bigger picture here? And for people to get involved, like, what's the bigger picture for them?
So if we talk just sticking to the business to business, our goal is that this is a prototype village. So if we can do this here in this environment, we can scale it. So we're, within the hotel and the accommodations section, we imagine having people coming in and seeing the different, sustainability, different types of homes. So showcase homes, the actual utilities of the village itself, we imagine being very highly sustainable. And even just the dynamics of the design, Mario, we want people to see that I'll call it a manufactured blue zone for the people who are familiar with that, is where optimal health can be within easy walking distance. We want people to be able to experience it. We want them to get excited about it. And then we want to be able to say, here's the model that worked. And so if we can find the right company or development partner, we know that our goal at Futurville is to actually go out and source additional lands of similar ilk that we can fast track development in other locations as well.
Okay. Last question I have for you, Angela, is I guess, how do people get involved? How do people reach out to you, find out more information if they're interested in any aspect of the development?
Thanks, Mario. And right now, our focus, I mean, if from consumer point of view, I do get a lot of people calling me and saying, when can I get a house? Right?
Yeah.
It's of course we have, we will take your contact details, and we will be working with people now. We've actually got one program running, which is the test trial with the Health Span X Prize to actually add 10 healthy years onto your life. You can get involved with us in the short term on that. And we'll take your contact details, and we're aggregating a list of interested end buyers and end consumers for homes and then homes and lots. However, right now our primary focus is finding that developer. So developer or developer builder. So whether it's a company with a real estate, pillar in there where they're building hubs, we want to talk to you. We've got several builders that have expressed interest in doing some homes. So right now, the best way to get a hold of us is to actually come through Canada's Entrepreneur. So we've done something a little bit different. We're doing for sale by owner. We've partnered with Canada's Entrepreneur because we know that they have an amazing network of like minds and a great network across Canada. So We are setting up a landing page, and this interview will direct there. And from there, we'll take expressions of interest from business partners.
Okay, wonderful. Thanks so much, Angela, for joining us today.
Thanks, Mario. Appreciate your support.
Okay, that was Angela Faye, who is the founder and development director of Futurville, a mixed-use development site in Vulcan, Alberta. I'm Mario Toneguzzi, managing editor of Canada's Entrepreneur. Thanks for joining us.
Canada's Entrepreneur, where we talk to the entrepreneurs who are making it happen across Canada and deliver the news, trends, knowledge, and opinions from entrepreneurs and business influencers across the country.